Gi's Friday freebies, and this is Friday freebie number 10, and this is what it looks like. So I took and I fussy cut those picket fence boards out, and I'm going to go ahead and glue some together, and I'm going to make just some little fences. So let's get this started here. Okay, so they're separated. Let's go ahead and use let's use our board over here so I can use my craft mat to measure the lengths that I want them, how far apart I want them. Get them as even as you can, but I still want it to look like it's like maybe it's been there a little while. So let's move this out of the way. Move our book out of the way. Now, if this fence has been around a little while, it's going to everything's not going to be even and balanced. But I want to maybe ink it up a little bit. Let's do some walnut, a dauber. Let's get it lined up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my art glitter glue. And I'm just going to put just a thin line across the whole back side. And it won't stick to my glass mat, but it's going to hold those pickets together. So let's go ahead and do it to the next one. So there's that first little picket. And we're just going to let that dry. And let's go ahead and do these last two. Okay, let's get the next pieces ready. Okay, let's let those dry. Let me clean up the glue off my desk area. So what I'm thinking about trying to do is making these into pockets to hold little tags or statements or something that I may want to use on some of my journaling pages. So in order to do that, I'm going to need to get creative, and I'm thinking some foam. I'm thinking of cutting some foam down about the size of the boards and using that, and I have some, I believe, about that size. Now, I had made some sliding barn door Christmas cards, and I used this really thin foam in order to do that. So I think this is going to be the perfect solution. So let's see what we can do here. I'm going to put it right along the bottom where that board is at. And then I'm going to bring it right on up the outside edge of the picket. and then the outside edge of this picket. And that should give me a little bit of a pocket. And we're going to do the same thing on these. Right along the bottom of the board. Up the picket. Up the picket. Put a little bit more on that one. There's two. Let's get this last one done. Adhesive foam strip across the bottom of the board. Up the outside of the first picket. We're going to use a little bit off of that one. And then we're going to have to trim one down to size. So let's just line it right on up and right on off the edge. Let's move that to the side. Now I don't want sticky sides or sticky bottoms. It doesn't feel like there is. I think it's pretty good. This was pretty good foam tape where it didn't resonate over the edges. So that was really good. So let's decide what we're going to do with these. Where are we going to put these? Let's bring back our journal. We can have some on here and put some tags in, and that way it's open enough where we still see our picture. I don't think I want it sideways. I think if I'm going to put it on here, I'm going to put it this way, but I'm not sure because of the orientation if that's going to work the way I want. We also have back here as an option. And we have the 3 different sizes. I still think I like it on this front one here. And we can still put another one here next to this one. You can even put that one on the front of there. And it will give us a double layer, or we can put it on the front of here. Since we can put one there, here, and there, and that'll kind of stagger it. I think I like that. So I'm going to go ahead. Don't want it real high up. I want it open enough where we can slide in. But I think that's going to be just fine. We're not going to load a bunch of stuff in there. So let's go ahead and take our adhesive cover off. I'm going to line it up along the bottom. Put that side there. And now what that gives us is it gives us a little pocket where we can add envelope that'll just slide in there, and it stops right at the bottom of that picket fence, right at the where that board is, and it stops at the edge of each of the picket boards there. So let's do the same with these. pieces out of the way. So I think the best color is going to be my Spectrum Noir, and it's cranberry. So let's go ahead and just be real easy around the edges with this. And maybe a little big, but out of there and see what exactly that'll look like. Might not be bad on the large ones. I don't think it'd be bad at all. Okay, so let's see about colors. Do I want to stick with the white, or do I want to go with something that's gonna pop? It's too shiny. I think we're gonna stick with the white. So we have 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, I know, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is what we had. We had 4. So there's 1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of that glitter glue. So let's get these off our book and let's work on something that's not quite so busy so I don't lose it. And I'm going to just put it on there and I'm going to twist these together. And let that dry. And that should not take long to dry at all. Set our little jar on that. Okay, so I want to give the butterflies a little depth, so I'm going to use the same foam that I used on the fences, and we are going to go ahead and get the little, I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to bend it right up at that, where the body and the wing, and I'm going to just curl that on over. Curl that on over. Now, this is going to be in a book that closes, so we don't want it to be have a lot of dimension, because it's just going to get flattened out. But we want a little bit there. I just want a little bit there. I'm thinking I may do a little bit of glossy accents or something. Let's see. Okay, Okay, so I'm just going to use a little bit of this Nuvo glitter drops, but I'm not going to use them like glitter drops. I'm going to actually just take it and I'm going to put a little bit on the wings. Move that back out of the way. Put a little bit kind of down here on the base of the wings. And I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to pull it out. And it's just going to give it just a little bit. And glitter and shine. And so that it won't take long to dry because I've just rubbed it thin. Oh, what a difference that makes, doesn't it? Oh, how pretty those are. It just changes it up so much. Now I get the Nuvo drops from Tonic. I'll link their website below as well. One last little one. Let's see if I have enough on my fingers. Alrighty. So those won't take long to dry. And it'll help them hold their shape as well. Okay. Let's let those dry. Out of the way. Just gonna go on each butterfly, but we'll come back after they dry and we'll work on that.